Okay, my friends, tonight we're going to talk about Masters Dynamo and AKA Superman, Mr. David Ricks. The guy is a full three lift power lifter and competes at least yearly for the last 40 years. Probably a couple, two, three big competitions a year. And excellent again in all three lifts: bench, squat, deadlift, and has remained that way from when he started it when he was 21, and which was back in 81, as you can see here. We'll break it up so it shows what organization and where he placed, and then on the second side show the actual numbers and totals and single ply. All of these were here, and all of them also. He was in the 165 class, and the total, in the high 16s in the 165 class, and he was drug free too. And he does have a Facebook page that's current, and you can follow him like I do. And he posts videos of his training videos and meets, results and all that kind of stuff. So, and here it is from then from 91 to 99. Okay, you can see, and they're all like 80 FPA, USPF, all drug tested stuff, and multiple wins in those. So here it shows again single ply 165s, and then very at the top, as it gets later, he's starting to get into the 181s, and that's where he's getting into like almost 1900 total in 181s. And again, drug free and uh, either single ply at the most, no double ply. So the guy's just amazing, and everybody that's a power lifter out there, that's especially guys that still compete, know about this guy. Uh, and again, that's why we call him Superman. So here it is again from 2000, and at this point, uh, he's getting up there age wise, and now he is, getting into the true masters realm. Okay, where he was previously in the open and doing very well in the open. And again, you can see as he climbs, as he gets older, he climbs up the weight scale, going all the way up to 205 eventually. 63-year-old still power lifts after, and it's going to say like 40 years because, 81 until, and he's still going. In fact, he just won a big meet like recent couple weeks ago. Um, and here we see from 11 to 18. And again, it's all, nationals, worlds. And he's just, crushing all of them, not winning every single one, but a lot of them and placing in just about all of them. And you look at those totals over there for those weight classes and drug free, uh, just 17, 18s. That's mind blowing. And here he is at 61, doing, I don't know why it's showing a picture of him deadlifting. One says he squats through 700 for three, which I'm sure he could. Um, these are his best lifts. You see his raw squat, 717, 462 bench, 716 deadlift, 1829 raw total. And, single ply, that's, or not, that was raw. I'm sorry. Yeah, then as I mentioned, he continues to go up as he gets older, and he stays in the 205s more now. But there he is doing 500-pound squats for 10 reps at 61, which was 5 years ago. He's 66, as I said. He's like a year older than me, and you can see, look at the physique on the guy. Um, So we're going to look at his bench routine, and this is back from when it, like, probably the 80s when he was in the 165s. This routine, it's not his current. So don't get the wrong impression that way. But it's basically he likes sets of fives. He has a light day and a heavy day. And on a light day, he does just like he bumps it up. He'll do like 5 sets, going like 240, 250, 60, etc. and then he'll do another set where he'll do 5 regular ones and a couple negatives. And he does that thing on both his heavy and his light day. Here he is on a more recent heavy day where he's hitting 435 for 2 sets of 2. Then he does a down set at basically 320 for 10. So that's a heck of a down set. So here it is basically. And back then he was actually selling courses and stuff. So that's up at the top there. And you can pause this, look at it as long as you want to. But as I mentioned, a light day, warm up to 240 for 5, 250, 260, 270. And then he does that set with a couple negatives at the end, like I said. Now, this is a more recent picture of him. Um, and like I said, you can follow him on Facebook. And obviously, you'll find plenty of his videos on YouTube as well. So then he talks about the slow negatives. On heavy day, he does one set of 5, and then he'll do a triple, a double, and a single, and then another set of 305 times 5 with the 2 slow negatives, like he did on the light thing too. And then he just keeps racking that up until we get to, this is supposed to be if you're currently at a 350 bench looking for like a 370, 375. So that's basically what the routine is. And again, there he is, 63. This was 3 years ago. And you can see, look, getting ready to do a nice sumo deadlift there. And it says after 40 years. So there he is at 62. So doing a raw squat. He's got sleeves, but most raw feds allow sleeves. 716, and I think you saw that his best on that chart was just over that. So it was like 7, maybe it was the same list, just more accurately counted or whatever. There he is, squatting some big weight, benching, and like I said, he has no weaknesses. He's not like a lot of our friends out there, as they're my age and beyond, especially, tend to have like kind of one really good lift that they're good at, and then the others have kind of slacked way off. Not this guy. He just keeps at it with all of them. He's amazing, and I don't seem to recall him having any real serious injuries that held him back for very long. So that's about it for Mr. Ricks, and you should definitely check him out, and you learn something from him for sure. So thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please hit those like buttons, and if you haven't subscribed, please do so. Thanks again, and I'm out.